So the thing that's going to make your personal brand blow up and start generating 6 and 7 figures worth of leads has nothing to do with some sort of engagement hack or this viral scripting magic process to get in front of your ideal customer. As much as I would like to sit here and come to you and say it's as easy as following ABC, it's not. And trust me, it would make my life 100 times easier. It's just not the reality. The reality is, to grow both followers and become this client magnet, is you need to have these fundamentals in place, which most content creators and most personal brands still get wrong. So in this video, I'm going to take you through those fundamentals and give you every piece of advice. So by the end of this freaking video, you have everything you need to understand what the current climate of the personal brand realm is right now at the time I'm recording this video, and how to navigate through it so you can get the most out of it with the least amount of effort. And this is all without paid ads, this is all without cold outreach, and all without any ridiculous templates. Let's get into it. So we first have to understand something called PMF, and I'm not talking about product market fit. I'm talking about your presence market fit, which is what most of you are getting wrong. The issue right now is everyone is confused between, do they want status or do they want to make money? Everyone is coming in saying, oh, I want to start creating content that attracts everyone, and it attracts this large pond of small freaking fish. And if you scroll to fucking social media right now, you're gonna notice that every single content creator is posting exceptional content and they're going viral. Going viral is no longer this skill that is so difficult to acquire. It is a duplicatable process that people are taking somebody else's template and applying it to their own business, and it's working. But does that virality actually lead to anything? Of course not. I've been preaching this all over my Twitter account. We are out of the attention economy. We have entered the trust economy. And I don't want you creating content without cementing this concept in your head. Your goal is not to acquire attention anymore. Your objective is as simple. Your objective is to build a personal connection with your audience. It's called a freaking personal brand for a reason. However, the majority of people are optimizing for status, for followers, for likes and engagement. Look at my account. I regret growing past 100,000 followers. There was no point of it, because now I become this account that has to reach towards the masses. The masses are never gonna buy from you. The people that are gonna buy from you are the people that trust you, people that trust your story, people that trust your value, people that nod their head when they read something of yours and say, I agree with this point. I like this person's perspective. I want to learn more from this individual. You're providing curiosity to these people, so they want to pay you. It's no longer where attention goes, money flows. What we're in now is where trust is made, cash will never fade. Remember that. So the prime example of this is one of my clients, Frazier. So he would post all these creative breakdowns where there's one great creative and another great creative and another one, and he's saying, hey, look how amazing these are. They would go viral. Hundreds and hundreds of likes, everyone's eyes on it. But he came to me, he's like, Wiz, I'm not booking any fucking calls. What's going on? Why am I not making money off this? It's because even 2 years ago when he onboarded with us, he's still with us to this day, he was going through the exact issue of, wow, I'm getting eyes on my content. I seem like I am the best player in the game, but no one wants to pay me. And at the end of the day, what is my objective? Do I care more for that status, or do I care more to make money? Or do I care more to start closing people with my personal brand? So I changed his entire freaking strategy, because at this point he didn't nail his presence market fit within this trust economy. He figured out the formula for virality, which everyone and their mother can do now. But the moment we swapped his strategy out with actual content of advanced strategies within his niche while showcasing his story, he became a Netflix series. His account became this show that other founders and CEOs, aka who he wants to target, starts watching his content and watching his journey as he scales up and grows, because people know who he is now. And that's when trust is built. That's when relationships are created. That's when friends are created. And I want you to imagine this example. Think about who your own best friend is. Your best friend is someone who has the same personality traits as you. Your best friend is someone who's grown with you and you've seen their journey. Fraser and all these other individuals who are learning about presence market fit are trying to become your best friend by creating content that aligns with you and them. They are authentic, they are being themselves, and they're creating content that you can start trusting, nodding your head with. And I keep saying this term of nodding your head. Why is that so important? Because you now stand out. You got your follower to have an action. They start thinking about you. You're anchoring yourself into their minds. You have to get them to nod. You have to get them to see you as their friend. You have to get them to see that you are the expert, the professor in the niche that everyone wants to trust, and that does not come from virality. And this perfectly leads us into point number 2, which is content resonance optimization, CRO. And the principle here is exactly like CRO in the e-commerce realm of conversion rate optimization. When in e-commerce you're looking at CRO, you're trying to optimize your conversion rate and optimize your landing pages and make the most micro details, A/B tests to try finding the best landing page to get someone to purchase from you. Same exact thing with content. The thing that most of you guys are doing wrong is you're creating content that you think is valuable, not what your audience thinks is valuable. So when you're creating your content, you're supposed to be optimizing it with very tailored, structured tests continuously to get people to nod their heads again. And nobody is going to purchase from you if you're going to be posting these freaking motivational posts because everyone's tired of it. If I were to close my eyes today and you read someone's content to me, and if it's a motivational tweet, I will never be able to tell you whose account it was. But if someone comes to me and shows me an account that is like an expert in performance creatives, or that is an expert in some other field, and they create content and I close my eyes, I can tell who they are because they have opinionated content, because they have content that is different than everyone else. They're not using templates that are duplicatable. So what people really want these days is roadmap based content. They want to know the steps it takes to get from point A to point B. They want to see themselves in you. Wherever you are in life right now, you're showing that end point that people can reach. Your content is the bridge to help them get to that point. They want real freaking solutions to their problems. But in order to get to this point, there's 2 main things that you need to understand. Number 1 is, who the hell are we creating content for? And number 2 is our FAQs. Who are we creating content for is all about understanding our demographics. We're talking about who this individual is, what their pain points are, what they're struggling with, where they want to become in life, where they want to reach, and then we're going to identify our FAQs, our frequently asked questions. What are the questions that our perfect prospect has that are holding them back from reaching their specific goal? These are 100 different questions that are all based off of these 5 main points. Who, what, when, where, why, how. 6 points actually. And this leads us into the 3rd fundamental, which is the platform strategy. Now we know how important it is to create content that is the right content. Now the past 2 fundamentals were all about getting the right content in front of the right eyes and understanding what our main goal is with our personal brand. It is not status. It is to make money and becoming this niche expert. But does this mean that we need to expand into every freaking social media platform now? Of course not. See, the issue that I'm seeing with so many people is they see someone talking about LinkedIn, another one talking about Twitter, another one talking about YouTube. Which one should you be focusing on? If you're an agency owner, a freelancer, an info guy, or a founder of some sort, you're focusing on Twitter and LinkedIn. Why? Because you cannot be lazy anymore and just repost one content piece on another platform and pray that it works. You can't record a YouTube video and cut it up into 60 seconds and put it on short form. It won't work. You cannot just take a tweet and repost it on LinkedIn and hope it works. Every platform is now different. 6 months ago that could have worked, but our audiences have sophisticated. What does that mean? That means our audience has seen the same style working and 1,000 other accounts in the space doing the exact same strategy, and then you come in and you're doing it again. You're not standing out. You're just an option, right? Why not obsess over 2 platforms? Instead of taking 7 different platforms and operating at 10% of their potential, why not take 2 platforms and scale them up and take them where they need to be going, right? That's the objective. So the platforms to obsess over are going to be Twitter. It's going to be LinkedIn because they're both written. Obsess over the written, then go into video later on. Once people trust you, once you know your audience pain points, once you know who you're talking to, once you now have winning topics and winning ideas, you can expand on those and you can start creating new content for other social media. For example, if I know a topic's winning of high income skills on Twitter, and I can make a separate carousel post on LinkedIn of high income skills, and then I can make a short form video and a long form video, that one topic that I use from Twitter, which is my nucleus platform, is now applicable for every other platform. I just got to create very specific content for that platform. So don't expand onto every platform right away. Obsess with two. Take those two and then scale. Now the issue is, how do you actually obsess over them? So many of you guys are busy. If you're a founder, an agency owner, a CEO, and you want your content created for you, I'm talking about all your long form content, all your visual images, all of your carousels, everything for Twitter and LinkedIn, and your full strategy, click the link in the description and book a call with me. My team is your content subscription. We will do everything to build your personal brand into an authority so you don't have to think about any of it. Now let's go into the next fundamental that I need you to understand, which is organic reach amplification. This entire concept revolves around a dance between content itself and engagement. See, people think that they can just engage with people and they're gonna grow without producing great content. Other people think that, oh, I can create great content and never engage with people. It doesn't work like that. In 2024, 2025, it will not work like this. You need to produce exceptional content consistently and engage with the right accounts consistently. Why is this? It's because the way the algorithm works. See, the algorithm is a super simple algorithm right now on every freaking social media. You post some specific piece of content, it's gonna show to a specific group of audience. If that audience group likes it, it's gonna show to more people. If the audience group doesn't like it, aka engagement's terrible, it's gonna flop. Your objective is to manipulate the algorithm to be shown to as many people as possible. How do you do that? By showing up on other people's homepages and For You pages. How do you do that? It's super simple. You post content, you engage with killer people in the space. If they comment back on your post, if they reply to your DM, if they click on your profile, you are now going to show up on their For You pages. And if you build an actual relationship with these people, those people are now going to see your content and they're going to want to engage more. When they engage more, your content is going to be shown to more people. And the best way to do this is by using something called the Dream 100. The Dream 100 is defining 100 accounts that are the perfect accounts that you want engaging with you and that you want to work with. And I'm not talking about accounts that have like 100, 200, 300,000 followers. I'm talking about accounts that have 2, 3, 5, 7, 15,000 followers, because these are the types of individuals that have the highest potential chance of actually engaging back with you. You engage with them, they'll see your exceptional content and you'll have a better chance of blowing up. Then you take these people to the DMs and you jump in calls with them. That fundamental is so important because people are skipping this, and it's after working with 300 different agencies and founders and CEOs, every single one of them has skipped this stage, and it is the single-handed most important stage that you can have of creating great content and engaging with the right people. It's that simple. Now let's go into the next point, which is nurture and conversion content. So content strategies are more than just creating content and hoping that every content is going to get you leads. There's top of funnel content, which is to attract followers. There's middle of funnel content, which is getting people to nod their heads and say, I agree with this dude. And then the bottom is what's converting. Viral content will never make you money. Viral content will get people to follow you, which is very broad and generic stuff, but your middle of funnel is your most important. Once you have those people, you're gonna get very little engagement on your middle of funnel. People are gonna nod their head. Your goal is to get them to trust you. You're sharing opinions, you're sharing your story, you're sharing where you failed, you're sharing expertise related value, and then the bottom of the funnel is where you're gonna be converting people, where you're asking for the sale. If you don't ask, you're not gonna get, and this is where you're gonna show people that you have this Midas touch by sharing actual case studies, right? Your goal here is super simple. There are points to nurture, there are points to attract, and there are points to convert. You have to understand that every single content piece has one of these objectives. Try to create content with these in mind as you're answering FAQs, as you're targeting the right customer profile. Now, there's a lot that I spoke of here. These aren't the tactical how-tos that you're probably used to with my account. the fundamentals here are the refrain you need to have when it comes to building a personal brand. It's not as easy as following a content strategy anymore. These fundamentals are going to put you in the right state of mind to actually start growing and becoming this client magnet in 2024. But it's always so much to keep up with. Every 6 months, even every 3 months, this is changing. You don't have time to sit down for 8 hours every single week to do this yourself. If you want to hire the experts, if you want someone to create all your long forms, all your content strategy, I'm talking about United States and Canadian based writers and strategists and a team of people to come in, optimize a strategy, create all your visuals, then click the link below, book a call with me. Or if you want to implement it all yourself, I share everything I know in my newsletter every single week for free, and you can implement it by yourself. Just check the link in the description, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.